Hi everyone! Before we begin, subscribe and share the video. This is how you support the channel. Today, I'm here with an update that's setting celebrity gossip news on fire. The conflict between Yaman and Sara Bloom has just taken a much darker turn. What started as a highly public love story now sounds like anger, resentment, and threats. What's really going on? According to accounts that allegedly leaked from Sara's circle, she is pointing to one group as responsible for everything, Can's family, and the quotes attributed to her are extremely harsh. That they ruined her relationship, that they destroyed her life, and that now they will pay. That part, especially the idea of paying, went viral and split people into two camps. Those trying to understand her anger, and those saying that going after the family crosses a line. The family, silence, tension, and a leaked message. Publicly, the family reportedly tried to remain silent. But it's also said that they are deeply affected by what's being said, and that the situation has become impossible to ignore. It's even repeated that Sara allegedly accused the family of pressuring and manipulating Can, as if they were sabotaging the relationship from within. And then comes another blow. A relative, or someone very close to the family, allegedly sent an anonymous response to the press with blunt words. The central message would be, "We didn't hurt anyone. What Sara said is completely untrue." She's trying to clean her image by damaging the family's reputation, and the truth will come out. But the strongest claim is what's being whispered behind the scenes, that the family believes Sara may have distorted personal events from the final stage of the relationship, and worse, that she had already decided to break up weeks earlier. Sara's circle responds, "This time, I won't stay silent." The reaction reportedly came quickly. People close to Sara say she is furious about the planned breakup narrative. And more alleged quotes circulate, that they didn't accept her, that they humiliated her, that they targeted her, but that she intends to rise exactly where they tried to break her, and that she won't stay quiet now. Can Yaman, in shock? As all of this explodes, it's also said that Can is completely shaken by how far things have escalated. According to sources close to him, he told people around him that he never imagined Sara would go this far, and that this is no longer just a breakup, but something much bigger. His intention, again, according to these versions, was to end things peacefully. But now, he feels the situation is heading toward a point of no return. The final rumor everyone is watching. And as if that weren't enough, the latest rumor is the most dangerous. There's talk of another potential leak, an older video of Sara that may be about to come out, allegedly containing even more serious accusations against the family. People repeating it claim that if it becomes public, everything could change. Closing. So no, this no longer looks like just the end of a famous relationship. It's turning into a crisis that hits public image, ignites social media, and even affects professional deals. Because it's also being said that several brands have distanced themselves from Sara, and that her social media activity dropped, with comments closed and a wave of criticism. And now the big question is, will another leak make it even worse? Or will someone stop this escalation in time? If you want, in the next video, I'll organize the entire story into a clear timeline. What's known, what's being said, and what still isn't confirmed. Every time the topic Demet Özdemir and Can Yaman comes up, I feel like Demet is being pushed into a narrative she didn't choose. And I'll say it plainly. Many of the things circulating sound like lies. pure storytelling designed to entertain people with someone else's private life. That dynamic tires me because deep down, it always ends the same way. A drama gets built with grand phrases, every gesture gets exaggerated, and then people wait for Demet to react so they can feed the next episode. What bothers me most is the tone some people use as if they have the right to judge, like her private life is a public square. I agree with the idea of, what would you think if malicious people chewed on your private life? Exactly. To me, even if you're famous, there's a boundary that shouldn't be crossed. And with Demet, that boundary is crossed constantly. They turn her into a piece on a chessboard where others argue, accuse, and prove things without proof, and she becomes a name used to push click-friendly narratives. In that sense, I see her as the most vulnerable part of these rumors. Because Demet doesn't usually play the constant provocation game, and that makes people project. Where she stays quiet, others fill the silence. Where she smiles, others invent hidden meanings. And when she doesn't generate headlines, they push her into a parallel soap opera. To me, that's the trick. The audience needs to believe
there's something hidden, even if there's nothing beyond imagination and the urge to fight. I also notice how third parties are used to dirty the atmosphere. That Sara figure in the comments, the mother, alleged evidence, alleged threats of proof that could destroy someone. That kind of talk smells like emotional blackmail in fandom form. I know things. I have proof. I could sink him. And when that rhetoric becomes normal, Demet gets trapped in the mud without even getting her hands dirty. Because even if the main focus seems to be Can, the inevitable consequence is that she gets dragged in too. People start asking, comparing, demanding, hinting that if she doesn't speak, she must be hiding something. I don't buy that. Often, not speaking is simply a way to protect yourself. What I see in Demet from the outside is a pretty clear choice. She prioritizes her professional image and treats her private life as non-negotiable territory. And honestly, I understand it. Because when the public conversation fills up with exaggerations, she's coming back, she's not coming back, she's moving, she's not moving. The smartest move is not to play along. To me, Demet becomes an uncomfortable mirror in these stories. She doesn't provide the show some people want. She doesn't join the fight, and that creates anxiety in those who need a plot with heroes and villains. If she doesn't become an active character, they force her into being one. And there's something else that's very clear to me. If the story were solid, it wouldn't depend on phrases like BS, or on scenes described with hatred, or on insults, hypocrite, selfish, from hell, or on the aggressiveness you see in certain comments. When a narrative needs that much anger to stand, it's because it lacks substance. So with Demet, I stick to a simple impression. They use her name to activate factions, but she isn't the war. Others are staging the war. Also, the double standard feels unfair. Every gesture Can Max gets dissected and assigned intention. Demet gets reduced to the other side, even when she isn't speaking. And somehow, that says a lot about how she's viewed. Famous women are expected to be clear, to explain, to deny, to take a stance, to prove things. Meanwhile, men are allowed mystery, silence, and persona. That difference irritates me, because if something is a lie, she shouldn't have to be the one putting out a fire others started. In short, my stance on Demet Özdemir amid all this noise is firm. I see someone who has been saddled with a narrative,
and is asked to answer for things she never said. I don't believe her private life is a theme park where anyone can walk in and judge. And I don't buy plots built on ghost evidence and theatrical threats. If something is real, prove it with facts, not poison. And if it isn't, which is what it looks like to me, then the most dignified thing Demet can do is exactly what many criticize: keep living her life, keep her distance, and not give her peace away to an audience that often just wants the next episode of gossip.